I think the goal of the station is to kind of like open people's ears essentially to new music. KBVR's motto is a taste of weird, so we always try to kind of bring in that like alternative, quirky spirit into KBVR, which is something I really enjoy. I think that makes us different from other college radio stations. A lot of things can go wrong, but a lot more things can go right, and I think it's a really great experience that I would encourage anyone to be involved in.
Word on the street is they're gonna have, and I'll be probably. My name is Shane McKinnon, and I'm a DJ here at KBVR FM.
Quickly, there's not much time.
Through my day.
Go for it.
Good afternoon, Corvallis. You are listening to Music to Feel. I am DJ Shanaynay.
And I am DJ Smash.
Our show started as a playlist actually that he made several years ago that he just called Music to Feel because it was a huge electronic playlist that flowed perfectly. It's like you could start it from the very beginning and then it would seamlessly transition to through the whole thing. It would be like you're listening to a 2-hour-long song. Something that I really enjoy doing is starting with perhaps a rock song, and then I'll do that, but I'll end with a jazz song. It's like, the goal of mine is to make it so that you don't know how that happened. Like, wait a minute, I started with rock. How are we in jazz right now? You guys just heard Give Life Back to Music by Daft Punk off their newest album, Random Access Memories. But man, the new Daft Punk album, I am just enjoying it. The way I describe it is Discovery, for example, probably their best album.
Yeah.
That is Daft Punk with a touch of disco, whereas Random Access Memories is disco with a touch of Daft Punk.
Yeah,
you know?
Exactly.
I'm enjoying it, but it's not like, I don't think it's the best they could do. That we are one of the only few radio shows that will really kind of stop and, you know, I'm usually pretty knowledgeable about who I play, and I know fun facts, and every time I have something new to say. I always say this about Thank You Scientists, but I just really, really enjoy this about them. They have a very, very interesting instrumentation. They're like a hard rock / kind of like light metal band. It's like, what are they thinking? You kind of think. When I first started the show, I actually would stop like after every song, and that was too much. So now I stop after every 2 songs, which allows me to play almost an hour's more of music. When I first came to OSU, in my dorm room, there was a stack of papers, and you know, I was leafing through them, and one of them just said, "Want to be a DJ? You know, like independent music? Come train to be a DJ." So I looked at this guy and said, "Want to do it?" And he said, "Sure." So, and 5 days later, we went through the DJ training, and we were DJs.
I'm Jodie Davaz, the station manager for KBVR FM for the 2013-2014 school year. Well, I'm DJ Fatalflaw, and you're listening to So Jokes. So one of the first things that you should know if you're a DJ is that when there's no DJ here in the on-air room, then the computer is on automation, which means that from our huge big library of 99,999 songs, one song is playing and the computer cycles through them depending on what genre the hour is. So in order to be on air, you need to first turn off the automation, and that's simple. All you have to do is click a big red button.
So, by the way, everyone, I am legally obligated to remind you that you are listening to 88.7 FM KBVR Corvallis.
At the top of the hour, you have to do a legal ID, which is KBVR Corvallis. You need to say KBVR Corvallis in that order. And then afterwards, you're supposed to play some public service announcements because as a non-commercial educational station, we need to be sure that we're providing a public service.
I am, as you know, I am legally obligated to play some public service announcements, so here are some public service announcements.
A public service announcement is a non-biased, helpful message provided by a nationwide, state, or local organization. For example, if we look at Peace Corps, it's a public service announcement that's been furnished by the Peace Corps that encourages students to join the Peace Corps as a public service announcement. Likewise, bike seats warns about erectile dysfunction if you are a man riding an improper bike seat. So that provides a service to the, do you want me to do a different PSA than the bike seats?
That's fine.
Okay, I'm sorry, that's the first that came to mind.
And all right, after those wonderfully ironic PSAs, as always,
That's because I play the meth awareness one. Immediately followed by, which tells you to be careful of meth. Immediately followed by Willie Nelson telling you it's okay to smoke pot in small doses. So that's just a fun little thing that I do. Regular listeners I always play it, so they always know when to expect it.
So now that you know how to turn on and off the automation and how to do PSAs and grants, you're going to want to learn how to use a microphone, how to introduce your show and talk about all the topics that you want to talk about, assuming you have a talk show.
this is Music to Feel. I'm DJ Shanaynay.
And I am DJ Smash.
So you're going to want to become best friends with this microphone.
The entire album is just incredible, so I very, very highly recommend it.
You should treat your microphone like your significant other, like you really want to be nice and close to it, like you really like your microphone. Because if you tilt your head away from it, or if you have your microphone too far from your mouth, then you're not going to be able to be picked up very well, and so whoever's listening to you will not be able to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, then they busted out the silent alarm stuff. Oh, and they also played 2 encores. 2 encores, yeah. After the first encore, like a lot of people just left, and I stayed around because I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't quite right. Yeah, there's something, and they came back out, and it was glorious.
After you've learned the technicalities of becoming a DJ, the next thing you need to do is work on your show. So figure out who you want to be on air, figure out what songs are in your niche, and enjoy yourself while you play.
You know, I've been doing it for so much, just every Saturday, pretty much, of my entire college time has been spent in this very room, just chilling and playing music with my friends and just having a good time. This is Music to Feel. I'm DJ Shanaynay.
And I am DJ Smash.
And we're continuing on with this new playlist I've got going, but we do have some classics thrown in here, some Music to Feel classics. Shanaynay is actually a name that I earned from some girl pals of mine in senior year of high school in a math class. We had to graph our own name in calculus, and because I was really lazy and wasn't particularly good at calculus, I mapped the E in my name as an uppercase E, because it's far easier to graph than a smaller case E. And so some of the girls in the class kind of started teasing me about it. They started calling me Shanae, and then eventually they started calling me Shanaynay, to the point where my teacher started calling me Shanaynay as well. So it just kind of carried over. When it came time to name myself, give myself a DJ name, I went with Shanaynay, which is way cool. So I think that song was off of it, and it was really good.
We're gonna get right onto the music, I believe.
If I have friends in here, or sometimes if it's just me and Simon, we just get, a song that we particularly enjoy comes on that I put on there, and it's just like we're really feeling it, and we just start grooving and dancing in the booth just by ourselves, and that's always a lot of fun.
Hi, I'm Jason Monhan, and I'm the assistant engineer for KBVR FM.
This is our broadcast antenna. From here we broadcast over a 40-mile range, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with live DJs or automated music playback.
So a lot of the stuff we do is in the studio, but when we want to broadcast from campus, we use this equipment here. This is the basic equipment for our remote kit, and what it allows us to do is take in microphones or headsets that the announcers are wearing, mix it all together how we want it, and then broadcast it back to the studio from anywhere on campus. And with this, we've done live events in the quad, we do promotional events, we've done special holiday events with shows out in the quad, bringing in special guests. Last term, we had live announcers at one of our basketball games. So members of our radio station were at the basketball game with the rest of large media companies broadcasting back to the studio live. So this is our transmitter. We call it the Marty, and it allows us to transmit from anywhere on campus. And there's a matching unit up in our on-air booth. And this is the antenna that goes along with our transmitter. Basically, any setup we want, we can do with these boards. They allow us to take in people's MP3 players, computers, and play them over the air as well. So at some of our events, we'll have live DJs out in the quad.
I'm tweeting at the Deer Hunter right now. I just played one of his songs, and I use Twitter as a way to reach out to the artists, let them know just like that I'm playing them. And some of the smaller ones, I don't know if the Deer Hunter will get back to me, but I'll show you in a moment that some of the smaller artists actually get back to me. Last week, I tweeted at a band called Phoenix Solaire that I was playing one of their songs, and I said, you know, keep an eye on these guys because I really, really like them. And they got back to us saying that they really, yes, you know, they're happy. We have a lot of bigger groups following us as well, such as, let's find them. Real Big Fish is following us. They have a very, very big following. I'm very excited. I believe, yes, the Polish ambassador, also a very big guy, is following us as well. So it's always a very, very big personal confidence booster to have bigger groups that I play, you know, reach out to me and say, you know, and especially the smaller ones when they thank me for it, which is, you know, I should be thanking them, you know.
Well, the university actually has a long history with radio broadcasts. The first transmitter on campus was created by one of the physics professors back in the early 1900s. And from there, KBVR FM got its start in Shepherd Hall, where it was originally located, until about the mid-1970s when it was moved here into Snell Hall.
As a consequence of doing the show, I find new music myself, so it's kind of better for everyone, and I just share it with everyone I'm listening in. You'll be sure to hear it first here on Music to Feel, everybody.
It's just something that I very, very much enjoy doing. It's something that you can't do just anywhere, because, you know, and when I leave OSU, whenever that may be, this is not something I can just go back and do. So I'm trying to enjoy every moment of it. Wait a minute. I started with rock. How are we in jazz right now?